Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Third installment of Scott's Selections here for Friday, August 9th. For again today's play of the day. Quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had a loss in baseball with the Reds' first five, minus half a run, and minus 135 on Caesars. Really annoying loss as the Reds had a pretty decent lead and choked it. They led 3-0 in the fourth inning. Green had allowed one run in his last four road starts combined, and he fell apart in the fourth inning, gave up 3 runs. So he choked away the 3-0 lead, but we still had the fifth inning, and the Reds did threaten, had second and third with one out in the fifth, and didn't score. So I picked up a loss there as the first five ended 3-3. Pretty annoying. They were in a great spot to get there, up 3-0 with an ace on the mound, and they choked it. So picked up a loss there. Look for a winner here on Friday. Both went into play. Want to remind you once again, there weren't picks on our website. So go to the website when you do. Use the promo code VKL5G6 T35 for 5% off. But it's also in the description. Plus a reminder, hit the like button, subscribe to the bell, so get notified, and you'll never miss an episode. Now for the actual play, going to look ahead actually to Saturday. Going to look at a preseason game between the Raiders and the Vikings taking place on Saturday at around 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And for this game, to go with the Raiders -3 at minus 108 on DraftKings. Time of recording of 1 a.m. Eastern Time. Covering why we're going to go with the Raiders -3 in this game. First reason, the game has featured a lot of line movement as the Vikings opened up at -1. Now they're at +3. Couple reasons for the actual line movement. First reason is based on the preseason history of Vikings coach Kevin O'Connell, who's one of the worst preseason coaches in the entire league. He's coached 6 preseason games in his career. He's 0-6 lifetime straight up, and he's 1-5 ATS. He has lost 5 of those 6 games by at least 6 points. So he has been really bad at actually getting the job done in preseason because his teams have not won yet in 2 seasons, and I see that continuing here on Saturday. Then to go through the actual quarterback, I'd say game plan for both teams. Both teams have quarterback battles right now for the one spot. As for the Raiders, you have Minshew and O'Connell competing for it. And you are looking at Pierce's comments. He said it should be about 50-50 right now. And you are looking at Minshew playing a quarter and O'Connell playing a quarter. So you do have a quarterback battle that seems to be pretty close, and because of that, Pierce is going to be using all the preseason games to determine who should be starting the regular season. So I am going to use the actual competition to my advantage because you are going to be getting at least one quarter for each starter. Now, as for the other comments that Pierce made, he said that he expects the starters to play in the preseason. So the point is, it does seem like he cares about the actual preseason more than other coaches around the league, for example, which is a good sign. Now, as for Minnesota, they also have a bit of a quarterback battle between Sam Darnold and their rookie draft pick, J.J. McCarthy. And so far, the game plan is for Darnold to play and start the game while McCarthy's going to come in off the bench. Now, McCarthy, according to some reports in minicamp and overall training camp, he's been, let's say, up and down, or let's say a work in progress so far in camp as a rookie, which is no surprise. He should be getting a decent amount of run in this game. But the point is, he has not really looked that great so far, and I do expect him to struggle in his first ever pro experience, no matter how many actual backups are on the field. Plus, we're looking at the actual game plan for what could be the quarterback threes for this game. You are looking at the Vikings sitting Nick Mullins. They announced that he will not be playing. Instead, they're going to use Jaron Hall as quarterback 3. You might remember that he barely played last year because he got injured, and he was in the preseason, and he was not very good. As for the Raiders, they have Anthony Brown, who was pretty decent with the Ravens in preseason for the last couple years. He'll be the quarterback 3, so the point is the Raiders arguably have the better QB3 based on the limited preseason sample size we've seen from both guys. But you are looking at the quarterback controversy for both teams. And I do think with McCarthy kind of being, I'd say, a mixed bag, or at least potentially being a risky option with it being his first ever pro actual game. And the fact that he's right now second on the depth chart to Sam Darnold, probably not a good sign that the actual rookie is ready to have, I'd say, a seriously impressive showing in preseason. But I think based on that, you can make the argument that Minshew and O'Connell is a better quarterback duo than Darnold and McCarthy right now. And you're also looking at the QB3s with, in my opinion, Brown being better than Hall from what we've seen in preseason over the last year or two. Plus Pierce's comments about taking the preseason seriously, and O'Connell, the coach for Minnesota, being 0-6 straight up in preseason games. Seems like a good spot to me. I do think that McCarthy's going to play a decent amount. I don't think he's going to play that well, and I think the Raiders will be able to get the job done by at least 4 points. But until O'Connell actually covers a preseason game and is not 1-5 ATS, and until he actually wins one outright, I'm going to keep fading him until he proves me wrong. So once again, here for Friday, August 9th, is going to be on the Raiders -3 and -108 on DraftKings. Bye, everyone.